Good evening, warm welcome to the program. So, in this series of discussion on supply chain interview process, we are going through some of the job posting specifically for multinational organization. So, this is to give some additional input to the candidates who are in the job market. Either you are looking to enter in the supply chain domain or you are trying to take a new position, but many times you may be wondering why I am not getting the interview call. So I hope this type of series of review will give you some input so that you are prepared and ready. This particular program is live on various social media apart from LinkedIn. It is live in Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. If you need any doubts or clarification, you are always welcome to type in the comment whether you are watching online or offline. It is okay. You are welcome to type the comment so that you can reach our executives or me. So allow me to share the document for today's review. Let me share the documents. If any one of you missed any of this review, earlier review, you are always welcome to visit our YouTube site where these recordings are available. Whatever previous review done, you will be able to see the old one also. So once again, warm welcome. Today we are going to see one more important review for a supply chain position. Today I am taking a relatively mid or senior level position, but as we are seeing, the description is not much of different from a junior level or mid level or senior level. The expectation in this organization is more or less same for all the level position, so you have to be prepared for that. So before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Pattabhiraman. This is my Udemy profile. I have nearly 2,000 candidates enrolled in the last 1 month, and I am also available in the LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn profile. You are always welcome to connect or follow my profile. As far as my education is concerned, I am an engineer with a PG degree in management and data science. I am nearly 2.5 decades working in this global organization. So I have been in different subdomains within the supply chain at various levels during my tenure. Last 10 years in this organization, I was heading as the head of supply chain, managing end-to-end supply chain management. Currently, I am heading an organization known as Thoughtware Training Private Limited. As far as my certification is concerned, if you are a supply chain professional, you should learn about ASCM or APIX. They provide globally recognized certifications. In fact, nowadays, even in the Indian job market, this has become a basic necessity, so that have a better chance of getting the interview. Then there is one similar organization called DDA who also provide similar certification. DDPP means Demand Driven Planner Professional. I am also a certified purchasing manager and a project management professional, apart from certified in analytics. Coming to our organization, we are 5 years old organization based in Bangalore. I am heading the organization. We are provide both consulting and training in the field of supply chain, logistic, procurement, and one of our most popular program is supply chain analytics, where we have candidates across the world participating in this program. Coming to the today's job posting, I am going to review a recent posting from Mercedes Benz. They have the research and development position based in Bangalore. So the position title is known as Senior Program Manager, Supply Chain Planning, a pretty relatively higher level of a job. So the title says supply chain planning. Okay, maybe if we go through the content, you will understand what exactly is this supply chain planning. It is not supply planning; it is supply chain planning. Program means possibly this position handles multiple projects. So when you handle multiple projects, it becomes program. So it's also requires some program management or project management knowledge. Okay, so this is picked from Indeed site. In fact, I have picked this today, that is 5th April 2022, and the job was posted 1 day ago. So it's a pretty new job which is still available in many job portals. Though I have picked it from Indeed, it will be available in many other functions. So it's a German company. So I believe the job description will be better than the other companies, and they will be to the point instead of being vague. So, if you are looking for a job at mid or senior level position, there are some general expectation. Okay, so here we are talking about supply chain position, but for any senior level position, irrespective of the function, the general expectation is that you should know end-to-end supply chain management. Second, you should be in a position to operate in environment where there is no total clarity. Okay, so the statement could be vague, but you have to explore, dissect the requirement, and then proceed further. So this type of statement is okay for mid or senior level because they are experienced. They might have handled similar project, but what basic condition is you should have a general end-to-end supply chain management process, starting from demand planning, inventory management, supply planning, the purchasing, then coming to the warehousing, distribution, logistic. All this aspect you should have a overall knowledge. Then second one could be you should know various improvement tool. Finally, to handle such a high level position, you should know what are all the tools available for improving or introducing a new method or a procedure. You should be aware of the tools, especially for example, automobile companies, they will look for tools related to JIT and lean. So if you are familiar with such tools, you can sustain in this type of position. So as we were seeing earlier, you should also have a knowledge about project management when you are introducing new product or a new project or a new location. You should have the understanding of project management. So this is a general expectation for mid and senior level. Irrespective of the company, you should have overall knowledge about end-to-end supply chain management. Coming to the position detail, the designation is Senior Program Manager. The location is based in Bangalore and the experience 12 to 15 years. So it is relatively a senior management position. Salary, of course, it is not specified, but I assume it can be anywhere between 40 to 50 lakhs CTC. And reporting to is not clear. I am not sure about the organization's structure within Mercedes-Benz in a research unit. Does they have a full-fledged head of supply chain, or is this guy is responsible for the entire supply chain operation for this specific unit? Coming to specific topic, the first statement posted in the job posting is developing strategy and business in alignment with the customers, supply chain planning, inbound, outbound, transportation, logistic for their plants and warehouses. So you hear a expectation of overall network mapping, including inbound logistics and outbound logistic connecting with their manufacturing plant. So the guy should have overall network management knowledge. So you should know how many warehouses, which what is their location, apart from what kind of transportation you can do it, so that the flow is uniform or smooth. Okay, the flow should be smooth. Though they are calling for supply chain planning, here it looks more towards logistic planning. That's what I can understand from this first statement. So it's not related with material planning, more towards logistic planning. But still, you should have an idea about how the supply planning happens. It could be, you can call that as a material planning or supply planning, how it is performed, like for example SNOP, master production schedule, and the MRP, how it works. If you have that knowledge, then linking up with the logistic comes more helpful. So it is more of a transportation planning. The next statement talks about enable on-time delivery, OTD we call generally, and quality of projects along with the value addition. Identify new areas to vertically and horizontally expand the scope of work. So multiple things are put in one single statement. One is on-time delivery, possibly for from your supplier. You should ensure the planning in such a way that material are delivered on time, and outbound is something similar, that you are able to deliver your product to your customer at the required time. Your customer could be your own other plant located in another location. And the quality of projects. So this statement is very clear. There is nothing wrong. But identifying new areas to vertically and horizontally expand the scope of work seems to be somewhat a dark spot, gray spot you can call. But for this level of position, you have to expect this type of statement. So you should know what is OTD and how we can measure it and calculate the OTD. So every customer or your supplier should have a target. You cannot expect 100% OTD, but you should set a target. Okay, other requirement for a senior level position, it's okay, but if the same statement is there for a mid or junior level, it seems to be very vague. We have seen similar statement even for a junior position from other organization. Coming to the next statement, develop innovation and digital avenues and platforms for SE, provide new ideas and technology to create digital hub in India. So you should have some knowledge about the digital tools, what can be used, and digital platform. It may not be only supply chain analytics, but possibly ERP or any other standalone tools, because you know in the transportation we use a lot of other application tools like TMS, transportation management system, or yard management system, or warehouse management system. So you need to have knowledge of this tool. So you should also have taken some of the projects in digital transformation and innovation, something new you are able to implement in terms of possibly blockchain technology or Internet of Things, so that you are able to track and trace the items, automation, or doing it better in any other way. The next statement is in design inbound planning. So here there is some confusion when you say supplier selection. Is it for the logistic supplier or the product supplier? But you should be aware for both in this kind of situation. TLC delivery method, I am really not sure about what is TLC. I have not heard about this abbreviation. Possibly it could be total logistic cost. I know TCO is the total cost of ownership is there. That's what we use in the inbound logistic, especially when you are handling capital goods. But if it's a direct material, we do not use that. and we have delivery methods designed for logistics. So it seems to be a wide range of topics, but it's okay for this level of position. So you should know when somebody says design for logistics, what does it mean? Okay, maybe some of you might have heard design for manufacture, design for service, but the evolving concept is design for logistics. When we say design for logistics, the product has to be designed in such a way that it is easy to handle, easy to store, easy to transport. Okay, so this logistic professional also integrate with the product design team if you have to design for logistics. Okay, and they are specifically given lead the project and coordinate with the stakeholder. This is one of the soft tool. Provide technical support on designing the inbound logistic, development of innovative strategies to digitize the planning process. So IT tools and knowledge should be aware, but though they have not specifically told what kind of tools, but possibly for this position, you should be always knowing, like we were talking about network management or transportation management system that will help complexity management for product, process, and technologies. So here, when they talk about supply selection, I assume it is a transporter selection. Delivery methods, especially inbound, I am assuming these are from domestic vendor. So domestic vendor in the lean and JIT environment, we use something called milk run. So you should be aware about the process. When we say design for logistic, the item product design should be in such a way that it facilitates easy logistic. Logistic here we are talking about handling the product, storing it, and transporting it. It should be easy. Okay, we also call such a product as towability. How easy to handle the product is important. Complexity management. Naturally, if it's a program management, you will have multiple projects coming at the same time with a different level of complication. So this position may require such a knowledge. So we were seeing inbound logistics. So similar thing for outbound logistics. So outbound logistic transportation planning. So now, as we go through the detail, they are more focused, or they are looking for a SME in logistic and transportation expertise, but having overall end-to-end supply chain management. Here they are specifically talking about milk run, route optimization, costing, and service provider selection. Okay, all these are genuine requirement for a logistic guide. Setting up a control center and offshore operation. So when they may specify offshore operation, possibly the customer could be offshore. So you should know the import, export, and the various modes of transportation, since it's an outbound logistic. So milk run, I'm not sure why they have to specify in outbound. Generally, it's a inbound. Okay, especially if you are automobile OEM, it happens through a push mechanism and not a pull mechanism. But if they are talking about some unit manufacturing some components for some other units of Benz, then this may be applicable. In the milk run, what we do, suppose assume for the outbound logistic, we make a multiple trip to the customer and deliver them. Same product, maybe once in 2 hours, once in 3 hours, we deliver to the customer. So it's a part of lean and JIT, just in time philosophy. We do not dump all the component at one go. Okay. Second is route optimization. This is an analytical program. Possibly assume that your vehicle is going to deliver the component to 10 customers, then you may have 9 factorial combination of routes possible. So in such situation, which is the best route? When you are talking about optimization, it could be the minimum number of kilometers or distance travel, or it could be minimum cost. but many of the logistic problem comes with the minimum distance travel. Okay, so we learn such optimization program in our supply chain analytics program. So you should also have some knowledge about costing. So if you are getting quotation from different vendors, how do you select a particular vendor? So some costing knowledge may be required. Control tower or control center, possibly here you need to know track the item whether it is passing through the different phases as per the plan. So some control center knowledge is required. There is a one final statement they have made: design of continuous material flows and simulation portfolio. So, the ultimate objective of supply chain management is to ensure smooth and continuous flow in the entire supply chain. Whether it's here, we are not specifically talking about your own organization. You should even take care of your supply chain partner, your network arrangement, your manufacturing facility or warehouse, and the material should flow smoothly. Possibly, you should not store the item anywhere. This is what Toyota production system says. That's where lean and JIT has come into play. Okay, so this position could be for multi-plant operation. Okay, next skill, soft skill, they are given people and process management. Be responsible for driving leadership and competence agenda. So for the people already in automobile domain, and if they are handling some of the transportation management project, this position becomes relatively easy. On the other hand, if you are not in transportation or logistic in a corporate sector, we are not talking about CFA or general logistic, you should have work experience in a corporate logistic, then you will be an ideal fit. But you should also have the knowledge about procurement, handling your various supplier, and having some supply management will also help here. So we conduct various program in supply chain management and including logistic, transportation management, and supply chain analytics. If any one of you interested, you can visit our website. We have both the live and self-paced program. You can also reach me or our executive using this WhatsApp number for any advice regarding your career or any training program, or you want to ask to take up any project for your organization, we are ready. So we are doing several such project for the organization. So we will be able to support you apart from the training and consultation. Anyone who is live from different channel, any doubts, question, you can type in the comments. Is this program is of useful to you? Having a review of various job posting. Do you want any improvement in this type of session, start session? Request those who are in live, you can make a comment. I can also take up if you are giving a specific job profile. We can also go through such a job profile and see what is the expectation of the employees and where is your gap. We will be able to do it. Do you like this program? Can you please comment? Or do you expect any improvement in this type of sessions? You can comment in any of the social media. Even even you can comment if it is not convenient for you to attend this type of session at this time. You can suggest time at which you want this program, because I have timed it at various time, and people somehow make it if they are interested in their career and they are in the job market. I see a lot of people attend this program live, but if you are not attending the live program, you need not worry. You can always visit our YouTube channel where all these programs are getting recorded. So if there are no queries as of now, I will conclude the program. You are always welcome to comment at even at offline if you need any doubt or clarification. Thanks for watching and attending the program. Bye. Have a